It's Saturday morning, 28th of October. Managed to get some sleep, as did Charlotte and the baby. So thank you everyone for all the well wishes yesterday, and thanks to the lads for doing the video. I'm just going to put something on charge. Got a universal charger here for that jump pack, so I can get my car going later. That was not used for a bit. And then I think I'm going to have to clean the path. Probably won't be very busy today, so I'm going to do what I've done once before when I was here. It's kind of a rerun. So this is what we were up to 2 years ago to the day. And it was interesting because we'll start to look at worms. I think it's Jackie comes over and we go for all the fields and doing worm counts. So here's that. The gutters are on to about there. Anyway, there's been a messing around. Basically, this shed falls a foot that way. So we tried to get it so that we could fall a bit this way and a bit that way, but we ended up coming off the soffits. So we've had to fall it all to the same direction. So there's still a little bit of work left to do. We're going to try and get this shed empty so that we can get the combine, the baler and the header in there and the drill, so that we've got some room for moving the beans. And then also we've got some oilseed rape coming in on Monday. So we're just having a bit of a sort out, but we were trying to clear out these bays as well, because these are full of bags of seed and log splitters and different things. So we're going to have a big tidy up, try and clean this seed into less bags basically, because some of it is cover crop stuff that we've grown. So this is buckwheat, but it's obviously mixed with bits of straw. So if we clean that out of it, then they'll take up less room, and then we can use the bits of straw in the biomass boiler as fuel. So we're just trying to have a big sort out and get these sheds clean and tidy and give us some more room. We started doing them because we thought it was going to rain all week, and then it didn't, so we've ended up like with the sheds half empty and all bits scattered everywhere, and we've got all sorts of half drums of oil and stuff like that. But Danny and Chris have got an oil burner for their heater for their workshop, so we can get rid of that to them as well. Got the hitch on the front of the Mini Merlot because we're going to move the header into there. All we seem to do is move the header round and round the yard, trying to find somewhere to put it. So we'll get that out of the way, get ready for some rain coming in, and then we're going to set to and try and get that other shed empty, and then move the header into that shed. I said this the other week, but it is so easy moving it around on the front because you can just see exactly where you're going. Andrew's just directing me there. I might take that divider off the end actually because it's in the way. In it goes. That'll do. Easy. Right, we're with Jackie and Olivia, and we're by a midding, and we're going to dig and see how many worms there are underneath the midding, and then we're going to go in the field where it's direct drilled, that's not sown yet, see if there's any in that, and then we're going to go over to Ian's field across the way, that's direct drilled for about 5 or 6 years, and then next to it a ploughed field, and we're going to see if there's any difference in worm numbers.
For any worms that
I've just rooted, and there's slug eggs, so hopefully they'll die now with the ultraviolet light that's hitting them. We don't like slugs. Will that still live now it's chopped in half?
No, it's too... Oh, it's just a... I think it was chopped in half. No, it depends where... Oh, there's a lovely deep burrow.
Then slug eggs.
There's a nice to that worm there. It's a lovely duck.
Oh, there's lots of worms. I see another. You just...
Oh yeah, do you want to pop them in the pot for me? If you help me sort. 11.
Oh, one's trying to escape.
Oh, they will, yeah.
Really long one.
11.
11 plus
11.
2 halves, 12.
All right, 12. Yeah, 12.
Out of that little 20 centimetre bag, 20 centimetres square.
It is, yeah, there's a lot of worms in a small area.
The cornflowers are still flowering at the NHS letters, just cutting through the S. I need David and Ian over here to count their worms. How many is it? 8?
There were 8, yes.
8 in, what, 6 or 7 years no till? No one knows. They're normally big, massive long things. So how many were there?
There were 5.
5, but that was cheating.
Oh, no, there were 8 if we included all the extra.
Oh, right, okay.
We just did the
Is it living or is it
big
root?
as the universe.
It's not, yeah.
Oh yeah, so what's that, everyone?
Fascinating. It's
Because it's not a baby worm.
There's as much.
That's what we want it to look like everywhere though, like an arrow. Have a look.
No.
Go on there by your foot, getting away, Olivia.
Oh yeah. This one's a big.
Got 13 worms, and the big ones are deep burrowers.
deep burrower.
Which is a surface eating one?
That would be, where is he? That one.
That one with the big saddle.
And then the pale colour ones, the topsoil ones.
Oh.
So you've got, yeah, so there's a nice
So there's
topsoil.
2 or 3 big deep burrowing ones?
It's like 2. That was chopped in half. But yeah, that's a perfect pick 'cause it's got all the 3
Can I
types
take
of worms.
Can I have
There we
that
go.
one?
field now that potatoes on. We're going to see if there's any worms left in that. I'm just looking at it now. It's coming up nicely in the middle of the field, but the headlands are a bit mauled. They were a bit wet when we drilled it, and it's not really coming up here yet. I don't know if it's just because the ground's a little bit cooler or it's rotted, but we'll have to see in the next few weeks whether it actually comes up here, because so far there's nothing. But it could have just come too wet and the seed could have just expanded and rotted and blown. But where it's there, it's managed to drain a bit better. It's not too bad. Not a single worm after potatoes. We now dug 2 holes on this potato field and not found any, and I even thought I dug where it was a slight worm cast or a little hole. But no, there's no worms left.
They're yellow when they're first laid, and then they go
cocoon.
orange when they're about to hatch.
This field now was potatoes 12 months ago, so as you can find just a couple so far. So it's recovering. It's a beast, that one. It's like something out of Tremors.
Yeah, they're the ones that tend to make the middens, you know, the big.
Yeah, so worms do come back after potatoes then.
It's like, so you cover crops it and then.
Yeah, cover cropped it and then wheat. Oh my god. This is a field of wheat direct drilled into rape stubble on the opposite side of the road from where we've just dug in an old potato field. We found over 20 and a cocoon as well. That one's fell off. I think put them out on the cocoon. So a lot more in this field. Same soil type as well. It's a momentous occasion, isn't it? Putting the bonnet back on. Now it's black. You need to finish that cab, Sam. It's still green.
Huh?
You need to finish that cab. It's still green.
I'm trying. I'm just trying to bend.
I had a few unexpected dry days that we didn't expect, so I'm going to go and quickly have a look at the field, see whether we can get on drilling wheat with it. But it is supposed to rain again tonight. But I've been saying this all week and we've not had it. I'm actually amazed how dry this field is. We could drill this now. The problem we've got is it's about to rain really hard for 2 days. So maybe we come out and try it. Bit wet still here, but it always is wet here. Can't wait for this bit of the field. And the rest of it on a whole isn't too bad. So do we take the risk or not? I don't know. We'll have to think about it. I've checked the satellite pictures, and if it's not going to rain in the next hour, I think it's missed us for today, but we'll definitely get it tomorrow. And I think the ground will take it, to be honest. It's quite loose and open. I don't think we'll do too much to it. We'll literally just go straight in with the drill. It won't look pretty, but it should be a bit more weatherproof than if we tried to level it a bit better. But, you know, the main thing is we just want wheat to grow. We don't want it to look nice. We just want it to grow. And in the ground before the end of the month or before Christmas is better than sown in the spring. So I think we'll put the drill on ready. If it doesn't rain, we'll go. And it's 30 acres. We'll do it in an hour and a bit. So, yeah, we'll try it. It's not raining, so we're going to top up now with seed and see what we can get done. Got the bag lifter on, the mini Merlot. Even got diesel. 267 hours it's done already. Well, it's not rained, the cloud's high, it's obviously raining on the Pennines and not us. Sam's just coming out. This is the worst bit of the field. So whether he'll go through it, go round it, or just drop the pressure off, I don't know. You see the tractor sort of like scratching slightly. We've not got a front weight block on it. We left in such a hurry. But I'm not bothered if we don't sow this bit, but the rest of it looks fine so far. Let's see what happens now. It's kind of a crust on the top, and he's not really breaking through it, hopefully. The drill's just about going. So that's the worst bit of the field drill now, and not particularly much mess, which is handy. I expected it to be a bit worse than that, but he's gone through. This is where he's done now. It's quite cobbly, but that's good because it means it's not going to wash too much if we get this heavy rain and the seed's buried in that slot. Now it is a bit corrugated, and if it rains really hard, these slots could fill with water, but I think it's airy enough underneath because it's been flat lifted and it should be all right, hopefully. But it won't grow in the bag in the yard, so we may as well try. Drilling in conditions like this is where you'd probably have a covering harrow on the back of the drill, a bit like the John Deere used to have, and it'd just rake it that little bit leveler. but then it kind of defeats the whole object of direct drilling. Obviously this isn't direct drilling because we're working to where potatoes have been, but we'll try it and see what happens. To be honest, the perfect drill for drilling this field would have been the Claydon drill, because it had levelled a little bit as it went. The leading tine had made sure that the water didn't puddle, and it'd have left it nice behind it because it's got a covering harrow, and obviously the paddle boards would have put it level. Problem is, that drill works best on the 936, which is still in the workshop with a drive shaft missing and obviously halfway through painting. But this drill's obviously new to us this season. We've never tried it in these conditions, so you know, nothing ventured, nothing gained. And to be honest, I don't think it's doing too bad a job, so fingers crossed we'll have a wheat crop in. This will take at least 3 weeks to get up. I mean, the days are so short now, but we'll see what happens. Coming past again now. Just slicing it in nicely. Okay, seagulls are stealing the worms. Stop pinching me worms. It started spitting. We got rain on the windows, but he's nearly finished now. He's just checking for seed. So it's pretty good really. We got another field in that we never thought we would. Just brushing this bit of road here because the people that live in these houses are moaning that there's mud on it from when the potato guys have been here. But it's not a very good surface and it'll brush the stones off too much. But these are the kind of people that like living in the country but don't like, so they enjoy the view but they don't like mud. Sam's back in the yard now. There's high-vis Liz in a yellow coat that isn't actually high-vis, but she looks a bit high-visy. So that's another 30 acres nearly of wheat in, which is good because I never expected to get that done. So it's nice to have that in, because obviously if it can yield an extra ton to the acre sown at the right time of year than the wrong time of the year, then it's all helps to pay the bills. That is the good thing about this drill, the fact that you can just snatch an afternoon and get, you know, a considerable amount done in an afternoon. If we'd have had the 6 metre drill, we probably wouldn't have even tried to drill that field this afternoon. We'd have just thought, oh no, it'll start raining by the time we get there, or you know, it took at least twice as long. So it's nice to be able to just grab a bit and get it in. Quick black fent update. We've not painted the cab frame because we obviously went drilling, and we've not put the front wheels back on. The front wheels look amazing now, they've dried and they're dead shiny, and the bonnet looks great. The only thing is, scratched it a little bit putting it back on. Just have to touch that up a little bit, but we've got some little paint brushes. But it's getting there. It's looking smart. So we'll probably get the front wheels back on it tomorrow, mash the rest of the cab off, take the back wheels off. And I don't know whether we'll get a chance to paint the cab tomorrow, but we'll try. So today we had Jack here looking at worms, and I'll leave a link below for her Twitter account because she's the worm expert in the UK. So in summary, basically, the potatoes, no worms left this year. A year, 12 months after potatoes, they were coming back. The field we found the most worms in was one that's been under direct drill for the longest. We looked at a field that was ploughed and we couldn't find any deep burrowing worms in that, despite trying a few holes. And the stuff that was direct drill next to it, we could find deep burrowing worms in it. So there you go. Apparently a good soil will have over 16 worms per spadeful. So when we found 20 in the direct drill field, I was quite pleased with that. It's uncanny really, the similarity between the 2 years. Still struggling to get wheat in anyway. I've got a bag of plugs here and a charger. I'm going to find the right one. Set that to 15 volt, which is what this needs at 1 amp. And you've got all these different plugs. Anyway, that looks to be the right one. That fits in there nicely. And then that then will plug into here. And then hopefully that should charge that up. Oh, that's good. Charging battery. If I leave that an hour or so, I'll be able to jump start the Yaris, move that out of the way, and then I can clean the driveway because it's just full of leaves and it's really slippy. So I don't want anyone slipping over. Just like a mat all ground in, so I'll get them all off with a little solace. I'm also going to cut a couple of branches off here, so when James is upstairs he can see down the yard what's going on. I've had a power nap. This is charged up 97%, so hopefully it'll start the car. I can move everything off the drive and clean it up. No idea where the battery is, but there's a jump start terminal there. wire goes off somewhere down that way. So, don't know. Anyway, we'll try it. Can't really find it to clip the earth on other than that nut there. Hopefully that'll start it. You have to have your foot on the clutch as well. There we go. I'll park that there. Drove around the corner to get this. Two people are making space. I suppose going to hoover up, brush up. I suppose I could have used a leaf blower. This is more fun. And it gets the soil up as well. I've brushed it with the solace, but I've took all the leaves off, but the mud underneath it's kind of glazed on the drive, so I'm just going to quickly pressure washer that off now with the petrol pressure washer. I think the last time this was done, Christine and Sam did it one afternoon. It's not been done for a few years. That's a lot better now, but I've run out of petrol with this last little bit to go. I'm going to blast it into the bushes. So I might have to shoot the garage and get some petrol. But I suppose it'll give the Yaris a run. I have to sort this out. It's sunk a bit here as well. But I think that's a job for another day. All done now. I'm going to put the jet wash somewhere warm in case it becomes frosty. There's one of the road sweepers the lads had out yesterday. I'll explain why tomorrow about that. Anyway, we're going to do today's birthdays. That's much better. That drain keeps acting up, so I need to sort that out. And then I think, this was an old veg patch mum and dad had. I think I might just rip all that out and stone it up, and then that can live in there then, can't it? Out the way. Dead quick birthday bum today. Someone very special on it that's only 26 hours old. Anyway, Davey A, happy birthday. Freddie Hopper, happy birthday. I think it's Hopper or Hooper, I'm not sure. But I think your dad rounded up to £50,555. Well, anyway, it's gone past it now. It's 50,688. Dawn Kelsall, Toby Denning is 8. Max McCleary is 15, I think, tomorrow. Sebastian Barber's 19. Matt Fry's on there. Darren Hall's 43. Wayne Beswick is also 43. Carl Smith's on there. And we're not sure on the middle names yet, but Clara Harrison, 26 hours old. So thank you everyone to all the messages, well wishes. So there's 819 at the moment just on yesterday's video. That's without all the other platforms everyone's messaging me on. There's been flowers and gifts arriving off people as well. I'll try and go through some of them tomorrow, but yeah, thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed today's video, even though it was a little bit of a rerun. But thanks for watching, thanks for your support, thanks for the well messages, and thank you to Charlotte. So I'll see you tomorrow.